Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to explain you about structure of nephron. So in detail I am going to explain you about this and watch till the end and don't skip this video at anywhere. So actually nephron is present in our kidneys. There are millions of nephrons which are present in your kidneys. Actually without kidney there is no survival of human beings, where we all of us know that. So what is the actual function of the kidney, which I have said you before? So kidney plays a major role in purification of the blood, right? Your blood will get purified. Purification or else filtration of the blood will be done in the kidneys, and inside the kidneys the nephrons are present, where the filtration process of that blood will occur in these nephrons which are present in the kidney. And not only one nephron, there are millions of nephrons. Here 1.8 million of nephrons are present in the kidneys, I have mentioned here. So these nephrons are mentioned as structural and functional unit of the kidney, because without nephrons there is no survival of human beings, because the major and the most part of the purification of the blood will be done in the nephrons which are present in the kidneys. Fine. So what is a nephron? So here nephron is the structural and functional unit of the kidney, where it has two major parts, Malphigian body and renal tubule, right? And in some other cases this Malphigian body is also called as Malphigian capsule, and it is also called as renal capsule, not renal tubule. It is renal capsule. This is renal tubule, right? So don't get confused of both of these names, renal capsule and renal tubule. I mean other names I am going to say you here. So instead of these names you can call it as a Malphigian body and renal tubule. So in this video we are going to discuss in deep instruction about this Malphigian body as well as the renal tubule. So firstly let us discuss about the Malphigian body. So instead of explaining you about this, firstly let us see the structure of the nephron, so that you can understand what is Malphigian body and what is this renal tubule. Fine. So yeah, here what I have given you here is the structure of nephron. Here only one nephron structure I have mentioned here, right? So this whole is only one nephron. I have said you there are million of nephrons which are present only in one kidney. We have two kidneys, right? Pair of kidneys. So in one kidney we have 1.8 million of nephrons, and in the similarly another kidney also we have 1.8 million of nephrons. So you can understand how many nephrons are present in the kidneys, right? So yeah, now I have said you that there are two parts, Malphigian body as well as the renal tubule. Coming to the Malphigian body, so actually coming to this nephron, so at the top of this nephron there is a cup-like structure called as, right? It is cup-like structure and it is very broad, and this cup-like structure is called as Bowman's capsule, right? We have to remember these names, Bowman's capsule, right? Remember it. And inside this Bowman's capsule there are bunch of blood capillaries over here. I have mentioned it with red in color, right? So these are bunch like blood capillaries, and this bunch like blood capillaries are called as glomerulus. They are called as glomerulus. So this Bowman's capsule and this glomerulus together constitutes to form Malphigian body, right? So now what is Malphigian body? Malphigian body is contains Bowman's capsule, which is cup-like structure which contains glomerulus, and this glomerulus are bunch of blood capillaries which are present inside the cup-like structure called as Bowman's capsule. Fine. Now we have understood what is meant by this Malphigian body. So Malphigian body, this Bowman's capsule and this glomerulus, this whole region is called as Malphigian body. So what is the other names of Malphigian body? Malphigian capsule and renal capsule, as I have mentioned before. So this is about Malphigian body, and even you have to know more about this Malphigian body. What you have to know? See here. And here normally the blood capillary, this is a, if you see here, this blood capillary is very fat. I mean what I have to say, it is very broad, right? So here this blood capillary is very thin, or else you can also say it as very narrow. Fine. So here this is very broad, right? And this region is said to be as afferent arteriole. So the this capillary which is very broad and at the starting point of the nephron is called as afferent arteriole, and this is called as efferent arteriole. Why it is called as efferent arteriole? Because it is very narrow and it is end point, right? It is end point. So in single sentence to say about this, there will be more glomerulus starts from afferent arteriole and ends towards the efferent arteriole. Fine, right? So this is glomerulus, right? This whole bunch of blood capillaries is called as glomerulus, I have said you. So this glomerulus will start with afferent arteriole, which is broad, and it ends with efferent arteriole, which is very narrow. right? So here the blood will enter and here the filtration will be done. So what is the major function of this glomerulus here in this Bowman's capsule? Filtration of the blood will be done in this Bowman's capsule. Major part of the filtration of the blood will be done in the Bowman's capsule with the help of this glomerulus. Fine. So here the blood will enter and here the blood will get escaped, or else it will, it will end. This is the end point, right? It will shift towards this other parts. Right, so you have got to know about this efferent arteriole as well as this efferent arteriole. And one more important thing you people have to remember here is that there will be more pressure in the glomerulus. Why? Because just now I explained you, right? Here this efferent arteriole, it is very narrow, but coming to here it is very broad. So more amount of blood, so there is a chance of entering of more amount of blood into the Bowman's capsule because it is very broad. This arteriole is very broad. So when more amount of blood will enter into this Bowman's capsule, then the pressure inside this Bowman's capsule will get increased, right? Why it get increased? Because here efferent arteriole, then it is very narrow. This efferent arteriole is very narrow, right? So now we can understand why the pressure will be more in the Bowman's capsule. So what is that pressure? The blood pressure which is present inside this Bowman's capsule. Fine. So that is the reason here efferent arteriole is very thin. Hence here the blood will enter from efferent arteriole weighs very more, quantity is very more. Hence the pressure which is present in the Bowman's capsule will be high, right? And one more important sentence which I wanted to say you people is that, and this is the most important thing which you people have to remember. So what is that? Here this glomerulus, I have said you about this glomerulus, right? And this glomerulus is lined by single layer of squamous epithelial cells called as podocyte cells. So I can't mention here the podocyte cells. So I'm going to mention the picture at the end of the video. You can understand what are these podocyte cells. So what are podocyte cells? Podocyte cells are single layer of squamous epithelial cells which are lined with the glomerulus. So what is glomerulus? The bunch of blood capillaries which are present inside the Bowman's capsule. Fine. So this is one of the most important thing which you people have to remember. So this is about the Malphigian body, right? This is the Malphigian body. So normally what I have said you, nephron will have two parts, Malphigian body and renal tubule. So till now I have explained you about Malphigian body. So now let us discuss about renal tubule. Fine. So now what happened here? This efferent arteriole, the blood will enter into efferent arteriole. This is the end point of the Bowman's capsule, right? So now the blood which is present in the efferent arteriole will enter into the remaining parts. So what is the remaining part here? Renal tubule. Fine. So now let us discuss about the renal tubule. So renal tubule basically it has three parts. So Malphigian body has two parts. What is that? Bowman's capsule as well as the glomerulus. And coming to this renal tubule, it has three parts. They are proximal convoluted tubule, as I have mentioned here, proximal convoluted tubule. And another one is here. Let's come here. Loop of Henle. This is second one. Coming to the third one, distal convoluted tubule. Fine. First one is proximal convoluted tubule. Second one is loop of Henle, and third is distal convoluted tubule. And this proximal convoluted tubule, there is other name for it. So what is it? First convoluted tubule, right? And coming to this distal convoluted tubule, the other name is second convoluted tubule. So why it is named as convoluted? Because you can see here the bend structure, right? So this bend structure is given here. The bend structures are this is the first bend structure. Hence you are going to name it as first convoluted tubule or proximal convoluted tubule. And coming to here, there is second bend-like structures over here, and this is called as distal convoluted tubule, or else it is also called as second convoluted tubule, right? So why it is called as first convoluted tubule? Because it is a first structure which is present over here, and here this is the second bend structure which is present over here, which is called as second convoluted tubule or distal convoluted tubule. Fine. And coming to here, this loop of Henle. This loop of Henle is U-shaped, right? So if you see here, not only this region, this whole region is called as loop of Henle. Fine. And now what will happen here? The process of this purification of the blood will be done. Not only the blood, even if you are going to secrete urine, right? So the urine is a waste material which is filtered from the blood, right? And the filtration will be done in the Bowman's capsule, which I have said you. And the remaining urine will be sent out through this collecting duct. So this is a collecting duct where it collects the remaining wastage of urine which is secreted from this distal convoluted tubule. right? From this distal convoluted tubule, the urine will get passed out, and it will pass to the collecting duct. And here the name itself indicates you collecting duct is nothing but it collects the urine, the waste material which is purified from the blood. And now this is a pipe where it opens to the pelvis. So that's nothing but here it opens to ureter, I mean the excretory system of your body, right? So from that excretory system, from that particular ureter, you are going to secrete your urine. Fine. So this is how the structure of the nephron is designed. And not only one nephron, I have said you there are million of nephrons which are present in one kidney. So we have two kidneys. So by that you can estimate that how many nephrons are present in both the kidneys, right? And the same process will be done in this nephron, in all of the nephrons in both the kidneys. In that way the blood will be purified. And just I have said you, right, what I have said you, only the purification will be done. But how the purification will be done? How the urine will get excreted? I mean how the urine will be prepared actually, right? How the blood purification will be done? So each and everything will be explained you in next video. Fine. So now I'm going to give you some of the main important sentences regarding the structure of the nephron. So students, as I have said you, the nephron has two main important parts. They are Malphigian body and renal tubule, right? So coming to the first one, Malphigian body. It has cup-shaped broad structure called as Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule has a bunch of blood capillaries inside it called as glomerulus. And the glomerulus and Bowman's capsule together constitutes to form Malphigian body. And the other names of the Malphigian body are Malphigian capsule and renal capsule. So glomerulus starts from efferent arteriole and ends towards efferent arteriole. So there will be more pressure in the glomerulus due to narrow efferent arteriole, and the glomerulus is lined by a single layer of squamous epithelial cells called as podocyte cells. Fine. So this is about the Malphigian body. Coming to the renal tubule. So renal tubule has three main parts. They are proximal convoluted tubule, which is shortly said to be as PCT, and the other name of proximal convoluted tubule is first convoluted tubule. Coming to the second one, loop of Henle. Coming to the third one, distal convoluted tubule, which is shortly said to be as DCT, and the other name of the distal convoluted tubule is second convoluted tubule. Fine. And at the end of this video, I'm going to end it with one question. So what is that question? And you have to answer this question in the comment box. So why the nephron is considered to be the structural and functional unit of the kidney? Why? So the answer should be commented in the comment section below. So this is about the structure of the nephron, students. So friends, if you like my explanation, you can like this video, you can share this video to your friends, and you can also subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this topic, you can comment in the comment box. You are always welcome to the comment section. Thank you.